Hi, welcome back. If you have noticed a crazy upgrade in quality, that is because our dear friends AJ and Amanda are here, and we have somebody else very special here. My friend Niles.
Hi.
He's gonna be our guest today. Niles is an absolutely incredible comedian, and I saw one of his shows, and he has one of the best jokes I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's true. Tell us a little about yourself.
Niles, I'm funny. Nice
Yeah,
to
there
meet
you go.
guys.
So, I'm having Niles on today, and we are going to make a dead classic roast chicken.
Well, they say he's not coming back and nothing can fill the void, but at least we can try with food. I'll make some apple pie, come on in. It's Dead Dad's Kitchen.
We're gonna make it way better than his though. Sorry, Dad. What are you gonna do? So what we're gonna do is this special thing where it's called spatchcocking a chicken.
Spatch what?
Spatchcock.
Okay.
Hilarious.
All right.
So when you spatchcock a chicken, you chop out the backbone and then you break the breastbone. That way you don't have this big old chicken trying to cook through all the way. It's sort of like flattened out and makes the cook time a lot easier and keeps everything nice and juicy and perfect. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. Are you excited?
I don't know. I've never broken anybody's back. It's kind of violent.
And then also with that, we're gonna be making some roasted potatoes underneath the chicken because delicious and all the fat from the chicken and the juices go into the potatoes. This is actually the way my mom, my alive mom, taught me to make chicken. This is the thing I always ask my mom to make when I go visit her. What's the thing you ask for someone to make when you go visit them?
Sweet potato pie.
Mom, grandma, dad?
My mom and my grandma both kill it, so
Sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get started?
let's do it.
Okay, cool. We're going to start with what's called a compound butter. And a compound butter is just butter mixed with some shit. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick because poultry is something you wanna wash your hands around.
I'm gonna wash my hands too.
Oh, yeah.
I washed my hands before this, but she just did it so it made me look nasty if I don't do it on camera. So I'm gonna wash.
You better wash them good too.
I know, put the cameras on. Like, nastiest.
So in our compound butter, we have 2 sticks. We're gonna do just a bunch just in case. We'd rather have too much than too little when we make stuff like this. We're going to add in salt, pepper, lemon zest, garlic powder, paprika, and was there anything else we're adding? Oh, rosemary and thyme. What we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna have Niles start to chop this up, and I wanna show you a little trick when it comes to rosemary and thyme.
This is what in Mississippi look like.
When you're doing rosemary, see how all the sprigs come upwards? And we want all these little spears just separate. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start from the top and just pull down the stem
Okay.
and put all those little spears right there.
I'm trying.
That's beautiful. If it's easier to just pull it off like this, that's fine too.
Okay.
You don't have to do it the silly way that I think is cool.
You did it quicker though. That's why I'm not trying to do it.
The thyme is really tricky because it's a lot more delicate, but it's a lot more satisfying.
Okay.
So Niles, I was asking you earlier if you cook much, and you were saying it's not your favorite thing in the world.
Nope.
Why?
Because other people do it better. So what's the point of me doing it?
Well, there you go. Where's your favorite place? Like, what's your favorite takeout?
I love Chinese food takeout.
Okay, your favorite Chinese place.
There's this place by me called Walk on Fire. That's
Ooh.
amazing. And like, you know the food's gonna be good because like they're really rude. And their orange chicken is like the best shit on earth.
Really? All right, I love that. Did people in your life cook much when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, my mom cooked like all the time. She's really good.
Does she still cook?
Yeah, she still
Okay.
does. My dad's a really good cook too.
Oh, that's always
So
fun.
like, my dad's from out here, so
Oh, he is?
yeah, he went to UCLA. He would make Mexican food like all the time.
Oh.
Growing up, so like when I finally got out here, I was like, oh shit, like I eat Mexican food like every day. That's why like tacos are like my favorite food.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, you were saying tacos and pizza are your go-tos.
Yeah.
Would you mind doing the rest of the time as well?
Oh, this too? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you. I know you were only in charge of rosemary for a minute, but you did such a good job. You've been promoted.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been fired at a job?
Have I? One time, just like
One in particular? What happened?
I got fired on my mom's birthday. That's why like I always remember this shit.
No.
But me and some friends, we were working at this company, basically like packaging and stuff. I had been working there at the time around 7-8 months, but for some reason, like the last month I was working there, every day I would walk in, there were just like new comedians that I was friends with there, and I would walk in like, oh shit, you work here now? Like, yeah, man.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it'd be so fun. Like we would like smoke on our breaks, go get food. It was like too good to be true. And then my mom's birthday, they pull us all to the side, and you know how like people out here are like super passive aggressive. Instead of saying we were
Sure
fired,
do.
they told us this operation that we're doing is over today. And
Today?
Yeah. And we were all looking at each other like, what? And then this white girl was like, so does that mean we're fired? And they were like, yeah. And so, yeah, they fired us all that day. And
That's awful.
yeah, it sucked. And this is how I know they were stupid, because
I love it.
they fired us all that day in a warehouse full and then went to lunch. And I don't have to go into what happened next.
Oh my God, this looks perfect. Amazing job.
I'm not messing this up?
No, you're crushing it.
All right.
Looks fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our compound butter. That's gonna go in here, but right now we just have lemon zest, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder. Yeah, even. So we'll do a little chipotle powder in there because it does get pretty spicy. What's your favorite spicy?
Favorite spicy food? Gumbo when it's done right.
Oh, while you're doing that, I'm gonna actually start to spatchcock this chicken. It's gonna be a little gross. If you are gonna spatchcock a chicken, let me just go ahead and offer some advice. Get better kitchen shears than this, because it's really hard to do. When you're in the kitchen, like with your mom or your dad when they're cooking,
Yeah.
do they like have you help, or are you just like,
No.
I'm here for a good time, I don't wanna work?
They know not to ask me to do
Okay.
that.
Would you scrape that into this bowl for me?
For sure.
Beautiful. So now we're just gonna kind of squish all this together. And this is a compound butter. Can kind of put anything in it. This would be great, like if we're making biscuits, you could put honey and cinnamon in a compound butter, and that would be great. Or if you're making lobster, you could put garlic and lemon in it. Like, I think chicken is like my least favorite protein because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the most versatile, but I feel like it's the least flavorful on its own.
Okay.
So it's gotta be like really, really well done and got a lot of flavor in there. So something like this, I think, really enhances it.
Okay.
Sorry, this might get a little gross. We took out the backbone you guys saw. Now what we're gonna do is just take off these like extra pieces of fat and skin that we don't need, because this will just like take up cooking time and maybe even burn, so we just don't wanna deal with that. I will let you guys know, this is a recipe where the fire alarm may go off in your house, but I'm gonna tell you how to hopefully make that not happen. We're gonna flip it over so it looks like this, right? Now what we wanna do is you're just gonna push down right where this little center seam is. You wanna kind of take it. Oh, did you hear that crack?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the breastbone breaking, so now it lays nice and flat.
It's already dead. Don't call anybody.
Don't call anyone and don't unsubscribe.
Sensitive ass.
So now it's facing us, because this way we're gonna have to get up under the skin. That way we can separate it all. There we go. It ripped, but that's fine. This is where our butter is gonna go, so it can really like get into, especially these white meat parts that aren't as like juicy and fatty. This butter is gonna help like really make that come through.
Okay.
And do you wanna get in here and do the skin at all?
You got it. It's cool to watch though.
Here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
You're gonna like take a little dollop
Okay.
and just plop it on here, and I'll move it around.
Okay, cool.
And that'll be our teamwork vibe for this.
Like this?
Yes, perfect. So this is gonna first go under the skin.
That is so cool.
It's so fun. And then I'm gonna put it under this breast too. And then what you guys are gonna do at home, if you're following along, just sort of squish it in. It's a nice even layer. Hell yeah.
You're like moisturizing it.
Yeah, he just needs a little spa day. Thank you. This will go under this skin. Push this all the way down.
So cool.
I'm so happy you're liking this. This goes in here, squish it in. Now we're gonna start doing the top part, because we wanna get this on top of the skin as well. And bam, 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 bam. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's not a little bit messy, and it's not a little bit gross. So if you wanna do this, have a buddy with you who can help you do all the parts that aren't touching the chicken. Nice. Everything's nice and coated. So we don't want these wingtips to burn, not the end of the world. But if you can sort of just like tuck them in. Okay, would you do me another favor?
Yeah.
Okay, will you move this knife off of there to anywhere, it doesn't matter. And then bring that top piece. Fantastic, thank you. This is why spatchcocking is so f***ing chill, because it's gonna cook, so graphic. It's gonna cook way easier and way faster and way more evenly, which is the most important part. We're gonna tuck these wingtips a little bit if we can. Can you get in there, my friend?
Like this?
Yes, oh my God, get in there.
Like that?
Exactly, oh my God, okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Our chicken is prepped.
There we go.
Look at it, don't look too close. We'll get a close up when it's done and pretty. What do you think's like your most neurotic trait? I ask because I'm incredibly neurotic.
Neurotic trait.
Ruminate on it. We'll get back to it. So now we're gonna do our potatoes. And
I don't like when people suck their teeth when they eat. That's weird.
wait, like, oh, like if they have something in it and they're like,
Yeah, I don't like when you do. Go to the bathroom.
we're gonna move this chicken just to a place that we will clean up after. Here's the coolest part about my mom's way to do this. This chicken is so beautiful and so juicy, and it has all this incredible compound butter that we've worked so hard to make. That would normally just like drip onto the pan, and then you would kind of either throw it out or make gravy with it. But what we're gonna do is put it on top of some really nice thick cut potatoes. That way they turn into this like crispy chip roasted potato kind of vibe.
Okay.
What we need to do for that is we're going to slice these potatoes up, slice up some onion, crush some garlic, and we're actually gonna use pretty much the same spices and stuff that we did in our chicken so that it's all these really beautiful flavors rounding out together. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, what we wanna do is make we want like 1/2 inch slices of potato.
Okay.
And then watch your hands, and when you are cutting, when you get closer to your hand, try to have it like a little claw so that if it gets close, you're not cutting into it. It's just like that. Gorgeous. And the reason we want to make these a little bit thicker, I know they seem like kind of thick for little potato slices, is because that's the thing that usually sets off the smoke alarm, is like the thinner pieces of potato starting to burn and like creating smoke. And then watch your hand. Oh my God.
All right, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I would really rather like my finger get cut off than yours.
Me too.
So we've got these great potatoes. What we're gonna do is put them right into this bowl. You want a nice big bowl to throw them into. And since these are gonna cook for so long at such a high temperature, we are not even gonna worry about like pre-cooking them to tender them up because they will do all of that in the oven. But the other thing we're gonna do is cut up some more of that thyme and rosemary. And while he's doing that, we're gonna also chop some onions and garlic. When I went to Niles' show, obviously because he's incredible, it was like basically sold out and there was standing room only left. So me and a couple of my girlfriends got standing room only tickets, which was fine. We were just excited to see the show. And we were, a couple minutes early. You asked where we were sitting and we were like, oh, we're standing room. And you were like, no, other people are late. Like, go sit down.
Welcome.
And then it was a fantastic comedy show. Maybe one of the best I've been to
Bet they'll
ever.
get there on time next time.
Did you have a good time at that show?
I did. It was good. They kind of pissed me off, but I had a good time.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, they rushed me like towards the end. I didn't get to do as long as I was supposed to.
Really?
Yeah, they cut it about 15 minutes short.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed I didn't get 15 more minutes.
I am too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a bummer.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's just like at that venue, like when they're closing the kitchen down, like the whole time I was performing, I could hear like plates slamming and them putting all the dishes
that's
up and
so
washing
annoying.
the dishes. So like up there, I was like trying so hard to focus.
I mean, you really did an incredible job. You are so funny and so quick.
Thank you.
And so observant. It's just like, it's such a joy to get to see a comedian who's so talented. And it seems like you were really having a good time and like
Yeah,
enjoying it.
It's fun up there.
So what we're doing is I'm just gonna crush this garlic so that it kind of stays intact and hopefully doesn't burn.
It smells really good.
Oh, good. I'm so
love-
happy.
I love onions.
Oh yeah? Do you like red or white or yellow?
Both. All of them. I love onions.
When you're with your family or with like maybe just like people who aren't in the comedy realm, do a lot of them go like, oh, you should put that in your act?
All the time.
Is that like, do you have a biggest comedy pet peeve?
Definitely when like people in my family pull me aside and like tell me a story from their life and they're like, you should put that in the thing. And I'll be like, but that's a story in your life.
You should put that in your thing.
And it won't make any sense if I tell the story. So I'll just be like,
You're like, so the year's 1965.
Exactly. And so I'll just be smiling and nodding my head like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. What?
What's your drafts folder on Twitter look like?
I don't have a drafts folder.
You just tweet it all?
Yeah,
Incredible.
I go raw. I just throw it out there.
Is there anything in the kitchen you want to know how to do?
No.
But you're like,
Literally nothing. And I really only eat like once a day. So it's just like,
really?
yeah, I don't really eat much. I don't do much. So it's just like, I don't need to eat.
So you don't need to refuel?
Yeah.
To our potatoes, we're going to add some olive oil for flavor, but olive oil has a really low smoke point, which means it burns easier than other oils. So we just want to keep that for some flavor. And then we want to add avocado oil, which is way better for smoke point because it doesn't smoke until 500 degrees. We're gonna add more of that garlic powder that we had before. Some paprika. We wanna add some chipotle powder. Let's see, am I missing anything? Oh, salt and pepper. Throw some of that in there. Yes, I cut my finger on the top of the pepper. So, well, what are you gonna do?
Is that good?
It's perfect. I love it. Would you put that in this bowl too,
Yeah,
please?
for sure.
Gorgeous.
It smells really good.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. I think so too. I found that the best way, you could for sure grab a spatula if you don't want to like mess up your hands or possibly like fling some stuff around. Or I find that you can usually get a better coating when you like, when you do it.
Do it, what am I doing?
You're flipping it.
I'm gonna throw that everywhere.
Try it.
We don't need
That's
it.
okay. I'll clean it up.
Oh, okay. What do I do? Just like that?
Yeah.
All right.
We're good. I'm gonna wait to put the chicken on top and we'll just rearrange. So what I'm gonna do, plop those there, easy peasy. And there's so much good stuff in here, we don't wanna waste it.
All right.
So we're just gonna, boop, boop. Did I get all of it? Perfect, okay. Now, if you wouldn't mind helping me spread this out.
Okay.
We're just gonna kind of try to get these all in one layer.
Okay.
And if you see a piece like this that's sort of missing seasoning, just kind of rub them together, make them kiss. So we've got these onions all together, or garlic's there, beautiful, you did perfectly. Now we're gonna take our chicken. Oh, is this just gonna be perfect?
Oh my eyes.
Oh no, are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm just, my eyes are watering. I didn't know this shit like actually happened. I thought it was only like cartoons and shit.
Yeah, I know. So look, we've got, here, I'm gonna put it up here because it's so stunning.
Oh, shit. Don't make a meme of this and be crying you if you do this shit.
Niles after he watches The Notebook.
Oh my God.
We'll Photoshop a TV in there.
Oh.
This is what our chicken looks like. We've got our little wingtips tucked in so they're not gonna burn. We've got it nice and covered in butter. And we've got our beautiful potatoes under there with our garlic and onions. This is going to go into a 425-degree oven for like 35 minutes. And then I like to up the heat to 450 for another like 25 to 30 minutes. That's perfect, Niles, thank you. But the most important thing, time does not matter. You need your chicken to reach an internal temperature of 165. If you do not have one of these thermometers and you want to kind of start cooking or cook this chicken, I would highly suggest it just as a fail-safe in case you're not used to what it should look like on the outside to make sure it's the same on the inside. But we're gonna throw this in our oven. Goodbye. Thank you. We're very gratitude fueled in this house. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna wait the hour or so until that chicken is done and everything is finished with that chicken. Oh my God, time flies when you're having fun with your friends.
Look at that.
I wanted to be prepared and I didn't want him to have to wait around for me for 3 hours. This is what our chicken looks like when it comes out of the oven. A couple of the potatoes got a little burnt. What are you gonna do? But deal with it. We're gonna grab a couple of plates. What piece of chicken would you like, my friend?
The leg.
So I'm gonna move this off and get him a couple of potatoes.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Are you kidding me? That's so pretty.
It looks really good.
Thank you. And look, our wingtips didn't burn.
Oh, look at that.
Come on. The host of a cooking show. Should be better at this. And then see, there's no pink in there, but it's really still juicy. Oh my God. Okay. And would you like a little baby salad or something?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
We've come to the portion of the episode where we get to try all the stuff we make.
Yeah.
So, I need a fork. Let's dive in, my friend.
Let's do it.
I also really love the skin, and so this is like a really good recipe. I also love the skin, and this is a really nice recipe if you like the skin.
That's good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Niles thinks it's good, so you gotta make it.
It's good.
Eat all the potatoes today. Eat them with some eggs tomorrow. We just threw together a really little salad. And you have a whole balanced meal. This is dinner. There you go. Do you think you'll ever make this at home?
No,
Okay.
but I'm glad I did it here.
Where can we find you? What are you doing? So like tour dates.
Okay, sweet. Follow me on Twitter at Niles100. If you live in Portland and Seattle, I will be there. Portland, November 4th at the Hawthorne Theater, and Seattle on November 6th at a place in Seattle that I forgot. So grab tickets to that. It's gonna be really fun. I'm doing my new hour for the special I'm shooting next summer. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna have some really funny friends, some music, all kinds of stuff. I'll be out there. And then, yeah, I have a comedy special out right now on YouTube called Girls Don't Twerk the Jokes.
It's so funny. It's on YouTube. You're already here.
Right.
You're on YouTube right now.
Right.
The link is in my description to that. Niles, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Literally anytime you want to come back, I would be honored to have you.
Of course.
Check out all of his stuff, and thanks for watching. Woo! Hell yes.